All right, everybody. Welcome in to UFC 305 Live main event fight coverage here on the UFC Fight Cards podcast presented by Orange Fire Media. I'm your host, Russ Renault, and we are just getting ready for round one between the champion, Dricus du Plessis, and the challenger, the former champion, the number 2 contender in the world, Israel Adesanya. Bruce Buffer just finishing up the intros right now. So just introducing du Plessis right now. So we'll have live coverage here. We can't show you anything. We can't listen to it, obviously, for copyright reasons. But I'm going to bring you play-by-play here of the whole thing. And then we'll do our regular wrap-up that we usually do, the complete wrap-up and instant reaction to UFC 305. We've had a good card so far, and so we'll talk about the rest of it after this fight. But we're just about set to go here with the middleweight championship. So Dricus du Plessis just being introduced by Buffer, so we're almost ready to go. So appreciate you being in here for this live main event coverage. This is one of the favorite things that we do. We're here live every week after the fights, but for pay-per-views, we like to come in and do live for the main event and at least bring you a little play-by-play instead of just wrapping everything up and talking about it later. So fighters have touched gloves ever so briefly in the center of the octagon. Mark Goddard is the referee for this fight. So sorry about the bad camera angle with the microphone in the way, but it probably doesn't matter. Don't need to see me that much anyway, as you can hear me. But you can listen to us. We're on audio platforms after the live show here on YouTube. We put it on all the audio platforms. But if you subscribe, you're entered into our card giveaways, and we want to do that pretty soon. But here we go. We're underway in round one. Adesanya in the black trunks with the lightning bolts on there, white and gold, and then du Plessis in green with the gold trim, little South African tribute there on the tights there for du Plessis. Both boxers with the gold gloves for a championship fight. So not much through the first 30 seconds. A little left from Adesanya, a kick from du Plessis to counter. Du Plessis on the outside, Adesanya in the middle of the octagon. Du Plessis charges forward with the left, comes up empty. Adesanya creeping forward, feigning the right. Now a leg kick to the body. Du Plessis comes forward, doesn't connect. Izzy in the southpaw stance, the left hand. Not much action here in the first minute and a half. Du Plessis tries to pick a spot to come forward, and Adesanya counters with a kick. Off balance kick by du Plessis. Doesn't do anything. Three minutes to go here in round one. A right leg kick from Adesanya. They're both at the center of the octagon right now. A left kick from du Plessis. Looks like there's a little bit of a cut over the right eye of du Plessis. A right hand from Izzy. Du Plessis goes for a takedown, but Izzy stuffs it. Under 2 minutes to go now. Left hand from Adesanya. Now Adesanya on the outside, Duplessis in the middle. Minute and a half to go here in round one. The left kick from Duplessis. It's stuffed by Adesanya. A quick combo from Izzy. Nice 1-2. Left kick from Duplessis. Not much damage there. Duplessis connects with a nice right hand. Goes for another right. Calf kick on the right leg of Adesanya. .40 left here in the round. At the center of the octagon, left kick from Adesanya. Lands in the body. They show the stats. Significant strikes, 12 of 30 for Izzy, 9 of 20 for Duplessis. And nice right to the body from Adesanya with 15 seconds left to go. Under 10 seconds. Duplessis charges forward. And a left head kick stuffed by Izzy, and that's the end of the round. So I'm going to say that first round went to Adesanya. You saw the significant strike stats, and that cut opened over the right eye of Duplessis. So I think, if I were a judge, which I'm not, obviously, but I think Izzy won that first round. So we saw, we'll talk about it more when we get to that fight, but I saw a judge with such a bad scorecard that actually taken off, relieved of his duties for the night. Because the scoring was so bad in one of the first main card fight, the second main card fight. So we've seen a replacement here. So hopefully a little more fairness as we go forward. But we're almost ready to go here in round two. So as far as we're concerned, on our scorecard, we got Izzy 10-9 in the first round. So here we go with round number two. So we're underway now. Center of the octagon, Izzy backing Duplessis up. Seeing some of the tweets coming in from other people, and they are mixed. First one said Duplessis 10-9. Second one says Adesanya. Another one 10-9 for Duplessis. I disagree. I think that was more significant on Izzy's side, but a very close round for sure. So, leg kick from Izzy. A takedown by Duplessis. Izzy trying to get up. And he does. But Duplessis right back to the ground. And almost has the back. Is he trying to get to the edge of the octagon? Now Duplessis trying to get in the rear naked choke. He's on top of Izzy, but lands a right hand to the head. Izzy kind of giving up the back here. A big left hand from Duplessis. Now he's got up underneath the chin of Adesanya, and Izzy gets out. Duplessis on the back, trying to get under the chin again. And now Izzy reverses it and stands up. And sorry about that. We are back. Du Plessis still going to try for that takedown. Adesanya holding him off on the edge of the cage. Adesanya battling that right hand, pushing it down. The minute 45 left to go. Du Plessis on the back, but is he standing up against the edge of the octagon? Du Plessis slipping in a left hand and an elbow here and there, and a knee to the back of the thigh. Now just sitting down here, Du Plessis trying to get on the back of Adesanya. Is he trying to stand up here with a minute to go? He does get to his feet again. A left hand by Du Plessis. Du Plessis still on the back, but they're standing up. .30 seconds to go. Now Izzy with a takedown. Trying to get Du Plessis off of him. 15 seconds left. Left elbows from Izzy. That's the way we're going to end round 2. So good takedown by Du Plessis. Controlled much of that round, so going to give that one to Dracus. So that will even it up 1 round apiece according to our scorecards. So I thought it was good work by Du Plessis in that round. Didn't just take Izzy down, and he went for some submissions, landed some good left hands while he was in that clinch. So good work there by Du Plessis. So I've got it 19-19 heading into round 3. So we'll wrap up the rest of the card when we get done here. Tell you about the other fights that happened tonight. Get you set for the schedule going forward. Had a lot of fights announced this week, pretty much through the rest of the year. Some of them unofficial, so we won't get to all of them, but UFC has announced pretty much where they'll be for the rest of the year so far. So here we go with round 3. Adesanya in the middle. Du Plessis charging in now, backs up. Left leg kick from Adesanya. Left hand from Izzy. At the center of the octagon here. Right leg kick from Izzy, and a good right hand lands from Adesanya. Right hand to the body. Du Plessis charges in wildly but comes up empty. High leg kick misses. Izzy with the left hand, now right. Du Plessis covering up and a right leg kick from Adesanya, and Du Plessis tries to counter, but misses. Right to the body from Adesanya. A left hand from Izzy. Front kick. Izzy looks to be taken over here in the third. Du Plessis looks a little gassed already. Adesanya with 33 head strikes, 13 to the body, 7 leg kicks. 15 head strikes, 2 body strikes, 17 leg kicks from Du Plessis. So Adesanya leading in the striking category so far. Right to the body from Izzy and a leg kick to the head. .210 left to go in the third. Left hand from Izzy. Du Plessis charges forward, catches him with a left and a right. Another right hand from Du Plessis. Tries to take down Izzy. Izzy steps out of it. A right hand. Another right. Du Plessis catches him with the left. He fell down. I don't know if that was going to be ruled a knockdown, but or if he just lost his footing. Right hand from Izzy. Now they're in the middle of the octagon trading blows. Just over a minute left. A right hand from Adesanya. Left leg kick. Another right. Du Plessis misses with a left hook. Charges in. Nothing doing there. Adesanya to the body again. With a 1-2. And then with a right hand. Du Plessis charges in with the left. Adesanya outstriking Du Plessis 36-15 here in the third. 20 seconds to go in the round. Now under 10 to go in the center of the octagon. This round's been completely on the feet, and that is the end of round 3. So seemed like a pretty quick round with all that on the feet. No takedowns in that round. Du Plessis did go for that one takedown, but Izzy was able to step out of it. So a huge striking advantage there for Adesanya. So I think he pretty clearly won round 3. I think that's been the clearest of the 3 so far. So we've got Adesanya with round 1, Du Plessis with round 2, and Adesanya with round 3. So we've got Adesanya up 2 rounds to 1 on our scorecard. But round 1 could have gone either way. I think Du Plessis took round 2, and Izzy clearly won round 3. So could be either way, 2-1. I don't think there's any 3-0 for sure. So I think that was clearly round 3 went to Izzy. Pretty clearly that Du Plessis took round 2. So here we go with round 4. Start of round 4 now. Izzy comes out active with that left hand, the jab. Nothing significant there though. Nice left leg kick from Plessis, but a counter from Izzy to the body. Plessis tries to take down. Izzy stuffs it. Plessis was on the ground. Adesanya tells him to get back up. Izzy wants this one on the feet, for sure. It's where he's been most effective. I don't think he's lost anything being on the feet. He only lost that round 2 because Plessis took him down. Front leg kick from Adesanya and a big right hand. Another right hand from Izzy. Izzy 71 of 145 on significant strikes. Plessis 40 of 149. So a huge striking advantage for Adesanya. Three and a half minutes to go. They're in the center of the octagon here. The big left from Adesanya. Body strikes, crazy. 22 of 23 for Adesanya, 96% from the body. Front leg kick to the body from Adesanya. A right hand from Izzy. Goes for the uppercut but misses. 3 minutes now. The leg kick from Plessis backs up Izzy for the moment. Izzy comes back in with a left hand, now a left and a right. Left jab. Another left jab to the face. Right uppercut just comes up empty. A right hand from Adesanya. A right to the body. Big left hand from Plessis. Now chasing Adesanya around the octagon. Under 2 minutes to go now. They're in the center of the octagon, and big left hand from Plessis lands. And a right hand knocks down Adesanya. But he gets back up. And a right hand, another right hand to Izzy. Now a takedown from Plessis, and now he's got the back. Trying to go for that rear naked choke. Got it up under the chin. And he's got it in there pretty tight. And he taps. Plessis with the submission with a rear naked choke in the 4th round. That happened quick. Plessis defending the middleweight title against the former champion Israel Adesanya. So we'll stick around for a little bit and watch a little bit of this, what happens here post-fight. Wow. Izzy was looking pretty good there. And then just Drakus caught him with a right hand and kind of stunned him. And then backed him up again and then took the back and got the rear naked choke in. He's talking to Izzy right now. Looks pretty respectful. And those two hug in the octagon, so had some words there for him. So here we go. We're going to see the replay here. Plessis comes in, catches him with a big left, then follows that up, just misses an uppercut. Here's the sequence here. The big right hand that caught him and was able to take him down and get in position for that submission. So just that first left hand stunned him, and then able to come back with that right hand and then take him down, take the back, and Izzy taps out. All right, so let's get on with the rest of our show. Our normal instant reaction here from UFC 305, Perth, Australia. So let's talk about the rest as we have the post-fight wrap-up going on. So, wow, that was a shocker. So what we had, we had picked Israel Adesanya last week, and I told you that if you were smart that you would go the other way with that, because whoever we want to win the main event usually loses, and that has held true. So Israel Adesanya goes down here for the middleweight title. Dricus du Plessis, your winner. And who knows? Who knows what happens after this? Maybe a rematch with Sean Strickland would probably be the thing that makes the most sense to me, anyway, because that was a pretty close decision last time. Thought it could have gone either way. That Strickland might have done enough to retain his title, so had to get the Adesanya matchup out of the way. Just, Adesanya's been out there for so long. He's been out of the octagon for over a year after that loss to Strickland. So let's get Dricus and Strickland back in there to settle it with a second fight. So, we had our live coverage of that, so we don't have to go too much into the main event. That Izzy looked good until he didn't, and that's the way some of those fights go. Du Plessis took him down in the second round. He struggled with that, but looked good otherwise. But that one shot can get you. So let's go to the co-main event. Number 4, Kai Kara-France. Number 7, Steve Erceg in the flyweight division. And this was the same thing. Steve Erceg looked good until he didn't, and then Kai Kara-France flat out knocked him out in the first round. So TKO for Kai Kara-France, and a huge win for him to get back in the win column and set himself up for a title shot with Alessandro Pantoja. So with the way things have gone in the flyweight division lately, you've had one of your top undefeated contenders just get kicked out of the UFC. So looks good for Kai Kara-France moving forward. Then we had Dan Hooker, number 11 ranked lightweight, defeating number 5 ranked Mateusz Gamrot by a split decision. Hooker, he got off the slow starts in every round, but came back and finished strong, and kind of stole those rounds late and was able to hold on. So Gamrot won every card. He won in round 2 on every card, but Hooker was able to make up the difference in 1 and 3 enough to get the decision. So things looking good for Dan Hooker in the lightweight division. That was a great fight. That might have been fight of the night. We'll talk about maybe another one that might have been, but that was definitely a really good fight. Probably fight of the night, I would guess. Kind of keep my eye on what's going on here. Just talking to Du Plessis, talking to Daniel Cormier right now. So then we get to this heavyweight matchup that was controversial. Got the judge kicked out for the rest of the card. So we had Jairzinho Rozenstruik, number 12 ranked heavyweight, defeating Tai Tuivasa via split decision. Tuivasa ranked number 10, and so this should have been a unanimous decision. Rozenstruik looked better from round 1 to round 3, nonstop. Tuivasa, I think, took a round, but definitely did not take all 3. So the one judge scored at 30-27 for Tuivasa, which was ridiculous. And so ridiculous enough that there was a decision made right after that fight to relieve that judge of his duties. So that's how bad that card was. So that one should go down as a unanimous decision for Rozenstruik. Goes down as a split decision, but gets the win either way. And things looking up for him. We called that one. So we did not look good the rest of the card. So that was the only one we got right on the main card. That's how those things go. So here in the first card of the main card, the first fight of the main card, Carlos Prates defeating Li Jianglong in the welterweight division with a knockout in the second round. And not a TKO, just a flat-out knockout in the second round. Li had never been knocked out before. Had him struggling and knocked him down a couple of times, but then Prates just put him out, and took a while for Li Jianglong to come back to, and so it's pretty scary there for a minute, but what a performance by Carlos Prates. So looking for a ranked fighter for him coming up soon. He called for it, wants to fight again in December, so we'll see if that happens. He looked phenomenal. That could be a bonus, a fight bonus there. So that was very good. Really, really impressive performance from an up-and-comer in the welterweight division. So as we look at a little bit more at the prelims, we go to Walter Walker defeating Junior Tafa, submission round 1. So this was controversial because Walker got the tap on a heel lock late in the first round, about 10 seconds to go. And Tafa, when rolled over, he yelled. And, this is where the controversy, he says he didn't tap, and, it wasn't a verbal tap, tap, tap. But there's a clarification that in the rules that if you scream, that can be taken as a verbal tap. And so from what we heard, and that is what happened, that when Tafa rolled over in that heel lock, that Walker gets the win. So after hearing that clarification, I don't have any problem with that, because Tafa clearly did scream out in pain. So submission by heel lock in the first round by Walter Walker. And he called out Tafa's brother, so maybe we'll see that next, so he can add another Tafa brother to his list. So we'll see. That probably should happen now, considering the controversy in that. Ricardo Ramos defeating Josh Kulabau, split decision. Further down the card, we had a women's flyweight matchup. Number 14, Casey O'Neill defeating Luana Santos by unanimous decision. Pretty dominant performance there. Jack Jenkins with a TKO in the third round of Herbert Burns. Tom Nolan defeated Alex Reyes, unanimous decision. Son Kanan defeated Ricky Glenn via unanimous decision. And Jesus Aguilar defeated Stuart Nikolai in the flyweight division by submission in round 1. So let's look forward to the rest of the UFC schedule. So let's bring that up. Right. Here we go. Fight night from the Apex, September 7th. So the Apex is actually undergoing renovation, so we're not going to have any Apex cards for a while. So these are going to be the last ones for several months. So that's actually nice to see. But Gilbert Burns, Sean Brady, seen this one a few times already, so we won't spend a lot of time on it. Number 6 against number 8 in the welterweight division. Number 6 against number 8 here, women's flyweight division. Number 6, Jessica Andrade against Natalia Silva. That was added this week. Steve Garcia stepping in for Calvin Kattar. Number 9 against Kyle Nelson, the featherweight division. Matt Schnell against Alessandro Costa. The flyweight division, Trevor Peek and Alash Moose in the lightweight division to round out the main card there. So then we move forward to Noche UFC, September 14th from the Sphere in Las Vegas. We've got the Bantamweight Championship on the line with the champion Sean O'Malley defending against the number one contender Merab Dvalishvili. Women's strawweight title on the line, the champion Alexa Grasso against the number one contender, the former champion Valentina Shevchenko. Grasso won by submission the first matchup between these two, and then the second one was a draw. So 1-0-1, and this one, who knows how this one goes? We may see a fourth fight if Shevchenko takes her title back. So really interested to see that one because it's been a while for those two. It's been a year since they faced off at the last Noche UFC. So then a featherweight matchup that I'm really looking forward to. Number 3, Brian Ortega against number 12, Diego Lopez. This was supposed to take place last month, but Ortega had to pull out due to an illness. And that was when Diego Lopez defeated Dan Ige. A great match there. But looking forward to seeing this one for real this time. Hope everyone stays healthy. Bantamweight matchup between Raul Rosas Jr. and Aroy Kalang. And a women's bantamweight matchup between number 4, Irane Aldana, and number 10, Norma Dumont. We've talked about the rest of the card before, so we'll move on to Fight Night, September 28th in Paris. Lightweight matchup between number 10, Renato Moicano, number 12, Benoit Saint Denis. Number 4, Nasruddin Imavov against number 7, Brendan Allen in the middleweight division. We go to UFC 307, October 5th in Salt Lake City. So this was announced this week, and what a stacked card. But I got a problem here with the main event. I know Pereira, he's got to stay active. And I mean, it's been great for the sport, and he's the biggest thing going in the UFC right now. Kind of question the Khalil Roundtree Jr. matchup here. I just don't think this is the spot. Number 8 taking on the champion. But we know that Ankalaev's got a fight coming up soon, and he's got to win that one. And then I guess you make that after this one. So Pereira wanted to fight, so you give him one. So you put out a top 10 contender. I don't think this one goes well for Khalil Roundtree Jr., but who knows? So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. I think Pereira is going to be a huge favorite. Would be very surprised if he lost his title at that event. So then the one we've been questioning for a long time, when this one was going to happen, women's bantamweight title on the line. Champion Raquel Pennington defending against the number 1 contender in the former champion Juliana Pena. So finally, Juliana Pena making her way back to the octagon after a long layoff after her last loss to Amanda Nunes a long time ago. So looking forward to that one on October 5th. And then here we go. Number 9, Stephen Thompson. Wonder Boy taking on number 11, Joaquin Buckley. Welterweight division. Bantamweight matchup between number 9, Jose Aldo. Number 12, Mario Bautista. Middleweight matchup. So these are all ranked fighters. Middleweight matchup. Number 10, Roman Dolidze against number 15, Kevin Holland. Featherweight matchup. Number 6, Movsar Evloev against number 8, Aljamain Sterling. And women's bantamweight matchup. Top 3 matchup here against number 2, Ketlin Vieira, and number 3, Kayla Harrison. So that one's already stacked, and that's not even, 2 of those fights are going to have to go on the prelims. So that's crazy. It's a great card so far. So then we've got UFC 308, October 26th from Abu Dhabi. Obviously, this one's awesome too. Featherweight championship between the champion Ilia Topuria, number 2 ranked contender Max Holloway, former champion. Heavyweight matchup, number 2 Cyril Gane against number 3 Alexander Volkov. Middleweight matchup, number 3 Robert Whittaker against number 11 Hamzat Chimaev. And here we go. This is the tournament. This is Magomed Ankalaev and Alexander Rakic, number 2 against number 5, light heavyweight division, and the winner gets Alex Pereira or Khalil Roundtree Jr. So Ankalaev's got to get through Rakic to get to that title shot. So we'll see what happens. Might be asking a lot. Then you got Laron Murphy, Danny Gay, 11 against 14 in the featherweight division. Number 10, Jeff Neal against number 13, Rafael Dos Anjos. Number 14 ranked heavyweight Marcos Rogerio de Lima also on this card. And we also had this one announced this week. Fight night, November 2nd from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And I like this matchup a lot. Women's flyweight division, number 3, Erin Blanchfield against number 5, Rose Namajunas. Erin Blanchfield trying to bounce back from that loss to Manon Fiorot. Heavyweight matchup, number 11, Derek Lewis, and number 13, Alexander Romanov. Chad Ellinger against Cody Gibson. Bantamweight division. Middleweight matchup, Marc-Andre Barriot against Dustin Stolfus. Women's flyweight matchup, number 13, Ariana De Silva against Jasmine Jasudavicius. And a women's flyweight matchup against Jamie Lynn Horth and Ivana Petrovic. And here's one event that was announced, but no main event yet. So Fight Night, November 23rd from Macau, China. So that'll be interesting one there to see that one go down. So I'm going to back out here. I want to see... I think we missed one here. I believe one of my cards did not load up correctly. So, I'm trying to bring that one back. If you can just give me just a second. So it was a great night and a great title defense for Dricus du Plessis. So here we go. Let's switch to me. There we go. So let me go through this real quick. So the one I missed, I didn't change my card out. So we do have a fight night next weekend from the Apex. So August 24th. So our main event is a middleweight matchup between number 5, Jared Cannonier, and number 12, Chao Barallo. We've got a women's strawweight matchup, number 9, Angela Hill against number 11, Tabitha Ricci. Number 12, Neil Magny and Michael Morales in the welterweight division. Edmund Shabazian and Gerald Mearshart in the middleweight division. Sneaky good matchup there. So, fight night next weekend, so we'll be on after that takes place in our usual time. So, catch us sometime that evening. We'll be on whenever that wraps up, and we'll have our normal fight coverage. But, you know, it's always more fun. We can come in and do these live main events, and appreciate everybody stopping by to check that out. If you couldn't watch the pay-per-view, you weren't in a spot where you could get to it, pay for it, and all that, we were happy to bring it to you and bring that coverage, that live play-by-play for you. So a great win for Dricus du Plessis. A surprising win to me. Thought Izzy would come back with some fire, but he looked good there for a little bit. Looked to be in control there in the third round, but just kind of got caught in the fourth. And so du Plessis was able to take him down and take the back and get the tap out. So great win for Dricus du Plessis, and we'll see if he and Sean Strickland hook up once again or what happens going forward. But that is our coverage of UFC 305, and we will be back next weekend after UFC Fight Night from the Apex. You've been watching the UFC Fight Cards podcast presented by Orange Fire Media. I'm Russ Renault. Have a great week, rest of your weekend, and we will see you next week after the UFC event. Thanks for joining us here, everybody. We'll see you next weekend on YouTube.